Hey there, well, what's going on, mini lads? Welcome back to Comic Studio, and this is Rach's Elementals Comic Studio, and I may not actually gonna scroll down all the way as well. I definitely use the studio crossovers because we definitely not going to show the banner anyway. So, it was made by Rach Heaven or Rach Heaven 2003 or shades or some sort of like anything as well. That includes like multiple usernames, like these three more of them. So I may not actually gonna add anything around here as well because definitely that related to Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force from Grand Theft Auto 5. I have already seen this because I'm not actually going to say like anything as well. So let's just get back into studio crossovers and search for Power Rangers. But that doesn't even any sense as well. And what about it says Ranger? I'm not very sure. Power Rangers does not exist. And I could not actually exactly that I just looking for. This is a little bit weird. Or not. And however, I may not actually gonna be using for one of them as well. So I could be staying around here in some kind of other kinds of studio crossovers like themselves. So we may not able to look at around him as possible. But as you can see, these is absolutely for one of their characters made by other kinds of usernames as well, but I'm not sure. Even though I have totally swearing and speechless. I did so that I'm a little bit terrible at talking throughout for this video because I was very confused around here for a long time. So I'm afraid we have to clip that on this one, but I would not actually going to say like anything as well. So credit to Pixton, the OG comic strip site, but I probably do this as well, so don't get me wrong. That says around here for this one. I'm too lazy to draw my own sprites, and witches probably aren't going to be something like that. So there's another one, the angel. There's nothing over here, and this is not rack. And probably that must be for fire effects, and no backgrounds as anyways. From November 20 of 2023 to mid 2025 on these new comics around here because I'm not probably sure this comic studio was completely discontinued almost a year ago without further ado. And because of that, some kind of references that doesn't actually gonna be a little bit exist around here. Sometimes I have seen this from the internet a while ago and I wasn't actually trying to find something out, but I watched the whole thing in the GTA series for something like this one, but this is where that we're probably going to begin to compare one of these things. Probably they're not the same as the cookies like themselves, but these may not actually look like the same as well. And that was not including this one over here as black lemonade cookie, but also that hair tone or some sort of like the color tones like this one may not actually going to be look like the same, but fire spirit cookie definitely has the same things as some kind of flames on their heads. But pretty sure we're gonna be put on the effect over here as of burning fires of this thing as well. So I'm not probably gonna be end of this video as well. It was since in the previous videos that I have seen other kinds of people around here for these cells in Rach3, and some other kinds of usernames as Rach the Second, and anything as possibly like anybody as well. So that must be the banner, and there are his comic posts like anything as well. We did that in the previous video, and so am I as weird, and Rach's Uter Chaos comic studio that I just already looked up for. So this is where it's absolutely look like full of crossovers, because this is not my comic studio, please. This definitely is not going to be look like that anyway, because I'm not pretty sure that wasn't going to be look like Cookie Run, but whenever that it's not going to be a little bit the same around as well. I did something a little bit comparison a few moments ago, but I'm not probably sure that I'm pretty sure that the link is going to be right over here, but I'm not going to be exposing the link around here for just like that thing before we get to the end of this video. So hopefully that brings us to over 7 minutes of this video, but I cannot believe that this won't actually going to be taking a little bit longer. Even I added a little bit more, such as red pepper or pepperonico cookie, or even Hanna-Barbera cookie. This is not the same as one of these guys, especially. This won't going to be look like the same as the fully fire guy, like this guy as well, but I could not absolutely try to find them as well. So there's other additional sprites like him, unlike Dirk, or some sort of like anything as well. Even though that I'm probably going to say it's probably going to end of this video a little bit shortly, but I may not go in the view for one of these, the Elementals comic studio, but that wasn't going to be for something like that I just going to see that anyway while I'm recording around here, because only by myself, not by recordings, that I just going to look up here for. So there we have it for today's video like this, and I did something a little bit unhinged of this a little bit video for this one reason. So I'm probably going to stop talking around here for this one, because I'm a little bit confused. But so that was it, and it's gonna be right here and here that you can browse some comics whenever you want, and there's some communities out there. You can save your image or something like edit the panel. You can't able to just post it over here, so you could go to the link over here if you wanted to. And also, this comic studio was underrated, including Rach's Art Dump Comic Studio and Uter Chaos. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be seeing many lads and comic studio users all later. And I felt a little bit sad around here for just like anything as well, because we almost forgot to say OCRP is closed and spring is finally here. So this is TC is signing off as anyways, and I'll be see you around here in 2 days.